A new Volkswagen electric car. Guys, this is an interesting car. Looks a lot like Volkswagen's existing ID series vehicles, but here are the details on their bigger electric SUV. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. To be fair, this doesn't really look like an SUV because well, it's not really. Anyhow, Volkswagen have launched the updated ID UNYX or UNYX 06 electric vehicle, which is quite different from the previous version. It's basically a refresh of the previous version. So what are the changes? Well, it has apparently much better software, entertainment, and personalization features. Now, Volkswagen, they're making a real big push in the Chinese electric car market. They're trying to get out some better vehicles because they're losing market share in China to BYD, Zeekr, Xpeng, numerous Chinese car manufacturers, Xiaomi. So they're trying to bring out these newer EVs and improve them as much as they possibly can. The refreshed model gets, it gets quite a few differences. They have 4 different variants. So there's the Pure, that's the cheapest version, the Pro, the Ultra, and the Max. So 4 different versions. Prices start at 26,000 US dollars, which means it's a similar price to something like an Xpeng G9, which I think, or I own one, so I'm biased, but I think it's a better car. Anyhow, these are promotional prices. Apparently, the Pure version, they're discounting already, even though it's brand new, 20,000 US dollars. That's their promotion price. The Pro, they're discounting to $23,000. The Ultra, $26,000. Top of the line, $28,970. So even the top of the line version of this car is cheaper than the cheapest Tesla Model Y. And this is, as you can see, it looks identical, very similar in shape and size, body to a Tesla Model Y, to an Xpeng G9. But why is it cheaper? I mean, even the most expensive version is cheaper than the cheapest Tesla Model Y. Why is it so cheap? Are Volkswagen actually able to make a profit selling these cars at these prices? Of course they're not. There's absolutely no way they could be. But they're trying to get back market share, and they think to do this, if they bring in some big discounts, that's what they'll be able to do. Volkswagen is also offering limited time incentives. These include financing options for a 5-year loan with zero interest on a 5-year loan. I think Tesla's doing that as well in China. Although you can also get a 7-year loan with no down payment. Customers can benefit from trade-in bonuses, a special brand light enjoyment package, an extended warranty, 5 years of free connected vehicle services, 50,000 bonus points, whatever those are for, I don't know. But if you purchase during the Shanghai Auto Show, which is on right now, or the May Day holiday, the Golden Badge Volkswagen Venture is providing additional discounts of $550 for the Pure trim, $825 for the other trims. So all those prices I told you are wrong because there's another discount. Discount on top of discount on top of discount. Plus, we're going to give you 5 years interest-free, zero down payment. The ID UNYX 06 features a unique look that makes it look a little different from Volkswagen's other vehicles. I actually think this car would sell pretty well outside of China. And it looks like, from what I'm hearing from China, that's what their plan is. Their plan is, Volkswagen Group, is to make a lot of their cars, specifically their electric cars in China, where it's much cheaper. It's about 50% cheaper to make than in Europe, and to sell those to other countries around the world where they can sell them without tariffs. So if you're in a country that there is no tariffs on Chinese vehicles, that's likely a place where they'll sell these cars. As you can see, the rear of the vehicle does look a lot like a Tesla Model Y. Not the same design exactly, but the same kind of general shape and same silhouette. Inside, Volkswagen aimed for luxurious feel. I'm not a huge fan. I think it looks a bit odd on the inside, but it does look better than the previous version. It has gold accents on the dashboard, instrument panel trim, steering wheel, and air vents. Not real gold, of course. And these details stand out with what some people are saying is a luxurious white interior, creating a stylish appearance. Anyway, it has an infotainment system that's the latest version. It's the IDS 5.4, so it's updated. As you can see, it's got a nice sized touchscreen in the middle of the car there. And Volkswagen says that the system includes new features like in-car gaming, social networking, with a metaverse, an integrated fragrance system, and a mode editor. Not sure what that is. Volkswagen has improved 31 human-machine interface functions, including the 3D avatar, the general layout of the screens, a large language model integration. Everyone's touting these large language model integrations now in China. It's a big buzzword. And the one app remote control system. So does this car really have, what's the purpose of the large language model? Well, it's not full self-driving. It probably sounds like that, but it's not. It's actually just so you can talk to the car. So you can say, hey, Volkswagen, what's the time? Hey, Volkswagen, put the windows down. Hey, Volkswagen, let me navigate to McDonald's or whatever. So that's what it's all about. It's a big issue in China. People want to be able to just say something to the car and the car respond back to it. And they actually have rankings in China. So in China, there's rankings, and basically this company will actually rank you and say, well, you came 5th in China in terms of your large language model, being able to talk to the car. Xpeng say that they're number 1 right now. It's a big reason actually that some people buy the cars. They use it all the time. The base model ID.UNYX 06 Pure comes with a pretty small 53 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery, giving it a driving range of 426 kilometers CLTC. If you're new to CLTC, WLTP, that range is obviously, you're not going to achieve that in the real world. WLTP range, which is what's quoted outside of China, not in America, but everywhere else, would be about 350 kilometers. Volkswagen emphasizes the vehicle's balanced weight distribution, which is pointless because pretty much all EVs have a fairly balanced weight distribution, sport-oriented tires, and different widths on the front and rear. So this car has a narrower tire on the front versus the rear. It also has 5-link independent rear suspension, optional adaptive cruise control, and 5 different driving modes. The ID UNYX is the first and currently the only vehicle from the Volkswagen and We joint venture which partners with local car manufacturer JAC Motors. It's called, apparently in China, Golden Badge Volkswagen because of its distinct gold logo. The original ID UNYX reportedly had low sales, contributing to financial losses for JAC and Volkswagen. So you can see what's happening in China. People are saying, well, Volkswagen, yeah, you make EVs, but they're not as good as the competition, and they're not. So we're not going to buy them. And as a result, these companies that Volkswagen has joint venture partnerships with in China, some of them have been struggling. Now, in addition to that, guys, at the Shanghai Auto Show, Volkswagen have unveiled 3 concept vehicles. One is called the ID, another one's called the Aura, and there is the ID Era and ID Evo. So yeah, ID Aura, the ID Era, and the ID Evo. These concept cars, along with other Volkswagen models, were presented at the Volkswagen Group Night, and yeah, they're on display. Volkswagen, I believe we're going to have another tough year this year. Their sales are likely to decline as they have been now for the past couple of years. Last year was a really difficult year because the Chinese car market is the most important car market in the world for the Volkswagen Group. Traditionally, on average, 40% of the Volkswagen Group sales have come from China, but 50% of their profits have come from China. As you can see, they're being disrupted. So they're having to sell their cars, and I would say below cost, pretty clearly below cost price, or at least not making any profit. And that's going to be a big challenge for them. I don't think that this vehicle, it's good, and I think it would sell pretty well in the West. I don't think it's going to sell that well in China. There's just too many other good cars that are considered to be better than Volkswagen electric cars. Let me know your thoughts though. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments. Bye-bye.